Hi, Erica. Welcome. We'll get started shortly, okay? Hello, Margaret. Welcome. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Hi, PJ. Hello, Erica, Margaret, and Asifa. We're going to get started soon. Um, we're just going to give it just a couple more minutes. We're happy you're here, though. Okay, well, in the interest of time, I think we're gonna get started. If you all three can give me just a thumbs up that you can hear me, I want to make sure that that you can hear what I'm saying. Perfect. Thank you, Margaret. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we will then get started. We are going to talk about orientation. Orientation is coming up in just a couple of weeks. We do have new student orientation starting on Monday, August 18th, and I am really looking forward to meeting all of you. I'll do a quick introduction. My name is Paulina. I am one of the assistant directors at the Kearney International Center here at MSU. So what my job entails is once you get to campus, I will be helping out with orientation, running orientation, and then once the semester starts, all of the different programming, immigration advising, all of that is done by myself and the other retention members, including my colleague Kristen, which some of you will meet during orientation as well, and student worker Yejin, and our 3 graduate assistants, Bimla, who's from Nepal, Watira from Indonesia, and Michaela, who's from the US. So we're all really looking forward to meeting all of you. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. I was supposed to have a couple of people with me, but it's just me. And sometimes me and technology, we sometimes don't pair real well. So just be patient with me. If you do have any questions, feel free to put them in that question and answer. And I will try to get to them as we go through the webinar. Let's try to wait till the end to ask questions because likely I will cover perhaps a lot of your questions during this session. So we're going to talk about orientation, what you can expect during orientation. My plan was to share my screen with you. Unfortunately, my international portal is down. I had to submit a ticket to the international portal peeps because it's not working, but not to fear. I do have a way to tell you all about the orientation schedule since I'm the one who created it. So I do have it all pretty well memorized. So anyway, when you arrive to MSU, we do want you to be here ready to go for orientation on Monday, August 18th. Okay. By this time, of course, you have already been in Mankato for hopefully a couple of days. As a reminder, we do have our welcome drivers that will be ready to help you get to either your off-campus apartment or to your on-campus apartment, depending on where you are living, okay? All of the instructions, the phone number for the welcome drivers is all gonna be in your international portal, okay? So when you log into your international portal, the first thing you see is the welcome screen. If you scroll down, it has all of the instructions, that everything that you need to know for that orientation week, including the pre-arrival information. In there, you will see that there is information regarding the welcome drivers. So these are students who have signed up to help you get to your different apartments. They can also help you get to Walmart, for example, or to different stores in Mankato to make sure that you have everything that you need for your apartment before the semester starts, okay? Anyway, so orientation starts Monday, August 18th, and of course it is in person. Hold on. I'm just replying to a message. Like I said, I'm flying solo today, so that's okay. It is in person, so we don't have an online orientation. You have to be in person because when you show up, you have to arrive starting at 10 a.m. Okay. Monday, you're gonna show up to CSU, to the Centennial Student Union, and you are gonna bring your passport. You are going to have, and of course, inside of your passport will be your visa. And you have to make sure that you also have your I-94 record, okay? You will have that ready on your phone. You will have your passport, you will have your visa, and you will have your I-20, all right? Those are the 4 things that you have to make sure that you have for the first day of orientation because we have to check you in. If we don't check you in, you will not be able to proceed throughout the orientation week because you won't be able to register for classes. You won't be able to do your check-in, etc. You won't be able to get your math card. So you have to make sure that you have those 4 things with you: passport, visa, I-20, and your I-94 record. Okay. Make sure you also have your phone or your laptop, that it's fully charged, because you will need that first day of orientation. Okay. So you will arrive at 10 a.m. We will check you in. We're going to give you your check-in form that will have all of the different steps for orientation, everything that you need to complete. Okay. It's going to be very important that you keep track of this check-in sheet because it will outline everything that you need to complete during your orientation at MSU, okay? Even though we will give you an orientation briefing right after you check in, you will also have a copy of that schedule with you at all times in your international portal. Remember, when you log in, if you scroll down to the bottom, it will say every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, everything that you need to do during that week. Okay. So we'll be there to help and to guide you through the week, but nonetheless, you do have that schedule on your hands in your phone at all times, which is really helpful. Okay. So anyway, so you'll check in. We'll move on to the orientation briefing, where we're going to tell you, once again, this is what you can expect during orientation. From there, as a group, we are going to head over to the technology session, okay? The technology sessions are going to be really important that you attend those, because we're going to make sure that all of your tech is working, your MavMail is up and running, that you know how to log on to D2L. What is D2L? We're going to talk about that. MSU, you will notice a lot of your classes involve a lot of technology. So we want to make sure that before Monday starts, that you are ready to go with all the tech. You don't want to show up to class on Monday and realize that you're having issues logging in to all of the different platforms at MSU. We want to make sure that all of that is resolved during orientation and that you feel confident utilizing the tools, right? There's nothing worse than using a new platform and not knowing how to use it. We will help you get there during that technology session. So the technology session is mandatory. We will go there as a group. After the technology session is done, from there, you will get a choice on what you want to do next. You can either go do your placement testing. If you need to do placement testing, you will know that when you check in. It will say so on your check-in form, whether you need to do placement testing or not. You can also have the choice to then go to the cashier's office to pay for your health insurance. As a reminder, you will not be able to register unless you pay the health insurance first. So that's a really good time to do that first Monday of orientation. You can also choose to go get your math card. Your math card is your student ID. I'm trying to think, where is mine? Mine is right here. This is your student ID, and you will need this math card for everything at MSU. It's going to be really important that you have it with you, okay? You will be able to use the math card, to get on the bus for free around Mankato. You need to show your math card. If you need to check out a book from the library or any technology from the library, you need your math card. It's just a really good way to identify yourself at MSU. Okay. Once you are done with all of that, we are going to show you how to ride the bus in Mankato. So we do have a lot of student volunteers that have signed up to help during orientation week. They are called the peer mentors, and they are very excited to meet you during orientation week. They are going to show you at 2 o'clock how to ride the bus in Mankato. So they'll go with you. They'll take you on a big loop of Mankato, especially learning where are some of those places that you may have to go, maybe not regularly, but that you do need to know how to get there. For example, how to get to the grocery store, what is the number bus that you need to take, and how to then come back to campus. So they're going to show you how to do that Monday. We have heard feedback from students in the past that session, learning how to ride the bus, has been really helpful to them. Okay. Um, and on Monday at 4 p.m., we are gonna have what it's called Bingo and Pizza. So it's a game that's called Bingo. It's very popular in the US and it's really fun. It's kind of a good time to maybe shake off some of those nerves, get to know each other, start making friends, start building that community, and have some free food, have some pizza. So that's Monday evening, okay? It's going to be a long day, but hopefully it's going to be a really exciting day. Energy is usually really high on campus because we are all really looking forward to meeting you, and to have you here. Um, on Tuesday, if you did not check in on Monday, you can come in on Tuesday to check in at 10 a.m. Same thing on Tuesday, okay? However, if you did already check in on Monday, but maybe you didn't get time to get your math card, do the placement testing, pay the insurance, you can do that on Tuesday instead. Okay, so if you want to do check-in one day and then come back on Tuesday to do those payments, you can certainly do that. Starting at 1 o'clock on Tuesday, though, we do have optional learning sessions that, again, although these afternoon sessions on Monday, or excuse me, on Tuesday, although they are not mandatory, students in the past have said how helpful they have been. So it's very, very informative information. At 1 o'clock, we do have a session learning how to get your work permit so you can work on campus. That work permit process sometimes can be a lot of different steps. So we will show you how to do that. So again, join us for that. We will also have a session on banking in the US. So how do you open a bank account in the US? What is the difference between a checking account and a savings account? What is a credit card? Should you have a credit card? So we do have some experts that will be here presenting on that. Oftentimes when we are brand new to this country, maybe you've never opened a bank account before ever, because your parents did that, not you. So it's going to be a lot of firsts for you when you come. So the more information that you have, the better positioned I think you will be when that time comes, in this case of opening a bank account. Okay, so make sure that you come for that. And then at 2:30, our last session on Tuesday will be about Handshake. Handshake is the platform that MSU uses for students to find a job on campus, essentially. So someone from the Career Development Center is going to be here showing students how do you set up your profile in Handshake? How do you start looking for jobs? Because I think international students, as you may know, are only allowed to work on campus part-time. So sometimes finding those jobs on campus can be competitive and can be a little bit difficult. So don't get discouraged, for one, but two, do come to these sessions as they will help you know what you can expect from your job hunt, and how to be prepared for that. Okay. Then at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, we are going to have some lawn games outside. Usually, orientation week in the fall, the weather is really nice. It's usually, fingers crossed, very warm, very sunny. So it's a really nice time to take advantage of being outdoors. We are going to have soccer balls, volleyballs, a football. We will have all sorts of different lawn games. We'll have snacks. Again, just a really great time to once again come together, have some fun, maybe shake some of those nerves, and start making friends and start getting familiar with campus. Um, as many of you know, uh, it's Minnesota, so it does get cold later in the semester. By the end of fall semester, it will be pretty chilly. So it is so important to take advantage of being outside as much as we can when it's nice out. So do make a plan of coming to those lawn games Tuesday at 4. Okay. Then on Wednesday, Monday and Tuesday, you should have done your check-in Monday or Tuesday. Okay. So by Wednesday, if you are a graduate student, you will have your orientation from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Graduate students only, okay? From 8 to 12, it's the graduate orientation. If you are a transfer student and you're already in the US, okay, you're transferring from another US university, you have your check-in at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, but I believe most of you here are coming from abroad. So this does not apply to you. For most of you who are coming from abroad and are undergraduate students pursuing your bachelor's degree, okay, we will have mandatory advising sessions on Wednesday at 10 a.m., okay? So this is when you are going to meet with your academic advisor that will explain what courses you need to be registered for, okay? Those sessions start at 10 a.m. These are mandatory, and you will not be able to register on Thursday if you do not attend that 10 a.m. session on Wednesday. So make a plan to be on campus Wednesday at 10 a.m. for the mandatory advising session. Okay. And then after that, at 12 noon, we have the welcome lunch. We have a beautiful lunch in the ballroom for all new international students. The food is amazing. Free food is always good, but this lunch, the menu is incredible. It is very, very good food. And then we have mandatory sessions right after the lunch in the CSU ballroom, in the Centennial Student Union ballroom. Okay. Um, we're going to talk about immigration regulations, which now more than ever is so important that we understand our um, our responsibilities as F1 students. Very important that you are present for those sessions. So we'll talk about immigration. We'll talk about campus safety and campus security. We do have an expert coming to talk to us about that. We are going to meet the folks of student government who are going to tell us what is the best way to be not just involved on campus, but what does student government do? We are going to have folks from the math card office come up and the campus hub to tell us what is it that they do and how they can help you when you are on campus. And lastly, we will also have folks from student activities and the CSU come tell us about homecoming, which is such a tradition at US universities. And it's happening right away in October that we would love for you to be a part of. So we are going to have all of those sessions in the ballroom. And we also raffle one large prize at the end. So you want to make sure that you are there. Okay. You do have to check in. So again, it's a way to make it so we know that you're there. It's mandatory. If you do not check in, then you are also not in the drawing for that that iPad. I will disclose that it is an iPad that we raffle. Usually we kind of let it be a surprise, but since you are here at the webinar, you heard it here first. It's an iPad that we raffle, which is kind of cool because those can be kind of spendy to have. So that's on Wednesday. We do not have an evening activity on Wednesday because it is a very long day. We do understand that between the advising sessions, or orientation if you're a grad student, and then the lunch. It just makes it for just a very long day. So we want to make sure that you also get to go home at a good time, get some rest, and then come back on Thursday. Um, Thursday is a really kind of exciting day because Thursday is registration. I know this is the time that most of you are really looking forward to, which is when do I get to register for my classes? That is on Thursday, okay? So again, if you are a transfer student or an exchange student, you will register in the morning at 8:30. We will meet in the CSU 254. If you are not a transfer student or an exchange student, we want you to be here at 11 in the morning. From 11 to 1, we have what it's called the resource fair. So on the main level of CSU, it's called MAVAB, we have 25, I believe, different campus organizations and campus partners who will have tables, and they will be tabling, just letting you know what they have to offer to you, and why you should maybe join their organizations, or what their campus department does. So it's a really great time to just walk around the tables. They usually have a lot of things that they give away. They have keychains, they have candy, they have just little squishies. So it's a really fun time to start exploring all of the different campus departments in one level. They will all be there ready to welcome you. They're all really excited to meet you as well. So that is on Thursday from 11 to 1 on MAVAB. Okay. Most of you, as new, brand new undergrad international students, at 1 o'clock, you are going to meet me and the rest of the peer mentors in CSU 254, the Centennial Student Union, room 254, for registration. Okay, so we're all going to come together in that room, and from there, the peer mentors, which again are your fellow student volunteers, will help you get to the different computer labs where your academic advisors, who you met the day before on Wednesday, are going to be waiting for you to help you register for classes. Okay. Be patient with everybody because registration, it always takes a little bit of time. Okay. But nonetheless, by the time you leave that registration room, you will have your schedule ready to go for classes starting on Monday. Okay. It's going to be very, very important that you keep two things in mind. First, what advisors are registering you for, what they are helping you register in those classes. Advisors are very well versed on the requirements for F1 students, okay? As international students, you have to be enrolled in at least 12 credits. Out of the 12 credits, 9 of those credits have to be in-person classes, okay? And the academic advisors who help you register know this very well. So you can be assured that by the time you leave that registration room with them on Thursday, your registration will reflect the F1 regulations. Okay. So it's going to be very, very important that you don't turn around and go change your schedule because your friend told you that. No, don't listen to your friends. Your friends don't know. When it comes to advising and registration, you have to listen to the experts. In this case, the academic advisors, that is their job, is to make sure that you are registered in classes that you need. They're not going to put you in classes that you don't need. They'll register you in classes that you need and in classes that meet the F1 requirements. Okay. If you turn around and go change your schedule and you don't tell anybody that you did this, there's a very good chance that come October, when our office runs the report on who is not enrolled in enough face-to-face credits that you're going to find yourself in that list. And then what happens? Then we can't help you, because by that time you cannot change your schedule anymore. Okay. And then we may be forced to terminate your record. This is something that is completely preventable. And how do you prevent it? Is by listening to your academic advisors, okay? And help them register you for your classes. And then once it's you're registered, you kind of just leave that schedule alone. All right. So again, exciting day, because that's what we all want, right? We want to register for classes and be ready for Monday. That evening on Thursday at 6 p.m., the International Student Association is having a welcome event for all of you. The ISA, the International Student Association, it's a really busy student organization that is led, of course, by international students from many, many different countries. They do a lot of events on campus, off campus, and the goal of that organization is to ensure that students are engaged with campus activities, that they're informed of what is going on campus. And one of the ways they do that is by having these events. And one event that has been really popular every year is the welcome event. It's just students who are there. They usually have different prizes. They have snacks. There's music. It's really just a fun time for you to meet the ISA where their room is, the International Student Association room is, which is in CSU, the Centennial Student Union, in room 264. This kind of like a really nice hangout room where it's open throughout the semester. So you can just go in there and just hang out. There's couches. There's a really great table to study. There's a television. There's board games. There's a place to charge your phone. It's just kind of a really nice spot to come make yourself a coffee. So it's a good place to learn where it is. And that's a good time to do that. It's during that welcome event. After that is over at 8 p.m., then the ISA will help students get to what it's called Club Maverick. Thursday, it's the start of what MSU calls Welcome Week. So it's a time where MSU welcomes back new and returning students, domestic and international. So there's a ton of activities throughout campus that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Club Maverick is one of those events that has become just really popular among students. It's in the student union in the ballroom, and it's kind of like a club. They have, lights, and there's fog, and there's music, and they're very intentional about playing music from all different countries. There's a DJ. It's really kind of a fun time. So make sure that you plan on attending all of the different events during Welcome Week. And that is really what we're going to do on Friday. Okay. Friday, we do have what it's called the New Student Rally. It's designed for brand new students, both international and domestic. It's a way for MSU to kind of welcome you into what we call the MAV fam. Okay. You march through the arches, through the big arch at MSU. The president will give a brief speech. The student government president will also do a welcome. So you don't want to miss that. You can meet us outside of the Kearney International Center of the KIC at 10:45, and the peer mentors will go with you. If you don't want to go by yourself, we'll have students that will go with you to be part of this Maverick tradition. Okay. At 12 noon, we are also going to meet outside of our office of the KIC, and you can bring your schedule for Monday, and our peer mentors will help you get to all of your classes. They'll show you, okay, so it looks like Monday you have a class in Armstrong Hall. 211, and then you have a class in Morris Hall 109. So they'll help you get um, to all of those classrooms on Friday. They'll show you how to get there. So on Monday, you feel really confident of where you are going and you don't feel like you're getting lost on your first week of classes, okay? So do be sure to take advantage of that campus tour with your schedule, okay? We are gonna do a second session on learning how to ride the bus that Friday at 3 p.m. So if you happen to miss it on Monday at 2 p.m., you can come back on Friday at 3 p.m. to take part in that, okay? Or if you want to do it again on Friday, you can certainly do that. Again, we're also going to be going to a lot of welcome week activities with you. So if you do not want to go by yourself, there will be peer mentors that are ready to go with you. One of them is the Mavericks. Again, that's our mascot, the MSU Mavericks. We do have a women's soccer team, and they are very, very good. They made it all the way to the national championship last season. So they are going to have a game at 3 p.m. on campus on Friday. And it's free to you with your math card. So peer mentors will be there to help you get there. But there's also going to be the bullpen where there is bowling and billiards and games in the basement of CSU. That's going to be open all day from 12 noon to midnight that Friday. The climbing wall will be open, ice skating will be available. So there's lots of activities to take advantage of on Friday, okay? And lastly, on Saturday at 10 a.m., we do have our annual furniture giveaway. So this is for brand new international students. If you need furniture for your apartment, we have been collecting furniture since about April. We have 2 very, very big storage units full of furniture for you. Couches, desks, lamps, chairs, kitchen utensils, you name it, we have it for you, and it's free. So make sure that you come on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the parking lots at MSU. You will be, by this time, familiar with the parking lots are. We'll show you. But we have this giant furniture giveaway that's Saturday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. Some students are concerned. They're like, well, what if I get a couch? How am I going to get that to my apartment? We have volunteers who have cars and trucks that will help you get your furniture to your apartment. So don't let that be a barrier to you coming to get a piece of furniture, okay? Even if it's large, we have volunteers that will load it into their cars, drive you to your apartment, and help you get it in there. So really great way to get things started. And then of course, classes start on Monday, August 25th. So we're so excited to meet you and to have you here starting orientation Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m. Remember, that's when we start checking. If you do have questions about the orientation schedule or you don't remember, everything is in your international portal. Okay, so right when you log in, if you scroll on that very first page at the bottom, it has your orientation schedule there, and it shows you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all of the schedule. So there is no questions on where you're supposed to be at. Okay. Okay, so I have talked nonstop for about 40 minutes, so I'm gonna just stop, give you guys some time. If you do have questions, please put them on the question and answer bar or put it in the chat. I'm not sure if the chat is, I think the chat is enabled, so you can put your questions in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and you can, I think you can unmute. If you can unmute, feel free to unmute and ask any questions that you may have, okay? or you just raise your hand and I can unmute you because I think I have to do that. So I'll give it some time. Again, type your questions, ask to, or raise your hand, and I can unmute you. So then I can help answer any questions that you have for orientation. We are so very excited to have you here. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. My throat hurts. I've talked a lot today. The weather is very nice in Mankato right now, so it's a little hot. So it shouldn't be too much of a shock for most of you. But of course, we will be hoping for this weather once December is here in January when it does get very cold. But it's also really nice to see the snow on the ground. If you've never seen snow, it really is. It's a nice time of year as well. Any questions? No one. Don't tell me I answered everything that you have. Quiet crowd. That's okay. If you don't have any questions, if you feel like I covered everything, feel free to exit the webinar. Really excited to meet all of you on Monday, August 18th, or as you're trickling in throughout the next couple of weeks, we will be here. We're open 8:30 to 3:30, so we can check you in early, but we can certainly meet you and say welcome. So do pop in if you feel like you want to say hi. Okay. No one has any questions. Okay, so if there are no questions, we will then end our webinar. Thank you all for attending. I do appreciate you being here, and looking forward to meeting you Monday, August 18th, 10 a.m. All right. Thank you, Nasifa. Nice to have you here. We'll see you on August 18th. I'm excited to meet you. Remind me that you were here so I can say hi to you on August 18th, okay? Because I will not, I'm bad at remembering names here on the webinar, but I will remember you once we get to know you a bit better once you get here. Oh, you have a question. Yes, what's your question? Thank you, Nasifa. Okay, I'm gonna wait because someone, I think, anonymous attendee, are you typing your question? Oh, hi, Tendo. or Esther, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you. Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
I sure can.
My question is not about orientation, but I had my visa appointment 16th July, and till now I've not yet got my passport back.
Okay.
So I'm asking, just in case it's not yet back by the time for orientation, should I register for is it mid-summer, the classes in October?
I'm not sure if that would be an option if that happens. So I will have one of our recruitment staff folks follow up with you. Is that okay? I'm just going to write your name and I'll have them follow up with you to see if in the event that you were not able to get your passport back. Sure, that's taking a minute, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully you do get it before August 18th. I'll have them follow up with you
Thank
and
you.
see what a good option would be, okay?
Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you. Anybody else? Any other questions? Going once. Oh, yes. Go ahead, Chikawore. I don't think I can hear you. Yes, I've allowed I've given you permission to speak.
Okay, can you hear me
There
now?
you go. Yes, I sure can.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to confirm on the registration part and paying for the health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that that's the only part you can be able to register if you pay for the health insurance, right?
Correct. Yes. Thanks for reminding me. I should have said that one more time. But yes, you are right.
Oh, yeah.
If in order to register on Thursday, you
Mm-hmm.
had to have paid your health insurance by then.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will have what we call the registration hold, and you will not be able to register.
Okay.
So it is very, very important that you make that payment Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, so you're ready to go on a Thursday. Otherwise, when you go meet with your advisor, you won't be able to register.
Okay.
Yes, very good question. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And then it looks like, Mary, you also have a question. I wanted to sign in on Friday. Do I still have to come on Thursday, or can I do that on Friday? Why can't you? You have to be here on Thursday to meet with, you have to be here on Monday to do your check-in. And on like what Friday are you talking about? Friday, August 22nd or Friday, August 15th? I don't know if it's easier, Mary, if you, do you wanna just unmute? There you go. Mary, if you unmute, then maybe we can answer that question a little bit easier. If you wanna just ask me instead of typing. On the 15th, so you wanna come, so we cannot check you in on the 15th. We have to, like do all the check-in on Monday. On the 15th, however, what you can do is you can, if you are here on Friday, the 15th, those of you who may get here at that time, there's different things that you can start doing. So you can start paying for your health insurance on that day. You can go get your MAF card. If you want to do placement testing, those are the three things that you can start doing ahead of time before checking in on Monday. You can start getting your MAF card, paying for your health insurance, do placement testing if you need to. Those are the things that you can do ahead of time. Okay, so you can do that August 15th if you're here, and then you're ready for your check-in on Monday, August 18th, okay? Anyone else? Any other questions? Going once. Going twice. Okay. If there is nothing else, I do appreciate all of you coming. And again, I'm really looking forward to meeting you on, for sure on the 18th, but perhaps a few of you who may trickle in a few days before just to stop by the KIC and come say hi to us as we wait to check you in on Monday, okay? Send us an email if between now and then you suddenly come up with a question. Otherwise, safe travels, all right? And we'll see you at MSU. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.